girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2022. Happy birthday! Brr, brr, brr. Happy birthday, babes. Pay attention to how things feel right now. This energy is going to be like lingering, building upon itself for the rest of your solar return. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Over there we dive into clarifying every single card. Join us for the plunge. Spirit Squad is fucking lit. Anyways, for daily content, check out my Instasham at justj_everything. For TikTok at justjeverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. And Leo season, I like this energy for you because there is something about selling yourself, doing a better job, doing like advertising, marketing, or putting more energy into shining, into displaying, into being seen, expressing yourself, playing, the romance of it all, the creativity of it all. Because I'm telling you guys, in Leo season, we ride. I told y'all mid-season, Cancer season reading to like get it all the fuck out. Get it all out then. Because now it's go time. And there is like something, yeah, there's something about being like all heart, all spirit, all willpower. Leo is, I will. I fucking will. The sun is in rulership here, and the sun is what you know about yourself to be true. The way you express yourself. The sun is at home. Fixed fire. Masculine. Masculine, fixed fire. That initiatory, go get it, boss energy. That's definitely going to be highlighted in a drastic shift from the fucking tsunami that was Cancer season. Now, suddenly the motive is to like live life to the fullest. To go for the gold, baby. Go for the gold to shoot your motherfucking shot. Some of you, like, it's the deeper we get into Leo season, the less nerve-wracking it is, the less you'll get out of your head, the less you care about the aesthetic and the zhuzh and all of it, and you'll be able to just like shoot your fucking shot and know that like you're it, you know, like you got it. You already know, but sometimes I feel like, yeah, there may be a humbling that's coming in, there may be like a doubting of yourself in some sort of way, or like a reconnection with your personal power, finally like connecting to your fire again. Because I will say, Leo, that when it took me all day to get into your energy to like do this. And so procrastination may have been a real big thing, or may still be a big thing. And maybe you're needing to look at energetically budgeting a little bit better. Needing to like create a routine or a schedule for yourself, possibly. It's gonna be hard, I think, because you're gonna wanna go. You're gonna wanna like, you know, do all the things. But I feel like there's a heavy balance between doing all the things and like wanting to fucking do nothing. And like, that needs to be okay. Because whatever you do this season, you need to put your whole heart and your whole self into it. And that's what your season is here to teach us. And that's what you often teach people in your life, in your relationships, not to fucking half-ass shit, you know? So, on July 22nd, you get the sun, baby. You get your ruling planet. And you are here to shine. And so there is you redefining what that is. How does your starlight shine? How does your sunshine glow? How does it warm other people? There is going to be a highlight or a spotlight really on children, competition, sports, competitiveness. Acquiring, ascension, delights, romance, creativity, expression. There's all kinds of art and like different ideas, different possibilities like floating all around. And I want you to be all heart, all instinct, all connected to that hardwire, because learn those lessons from the season of I feel. Get all that shit out, you know what I mean? Gotten all that shit out, hopefully. And if not, then in Leo season, you can will yourself into really feeling your feelings, thinking your thoughts, so that you can like effectively express yourself and communicate and like get shit done and really get to the next level. Hydrate, light it if you got it. You already know. I love you. And because we're being all heart, all spirit, all instinct, we're doing minimal astrological notes. So I'm just giving y'all the like big hitters. On July 28th, we have the new moon in Leo in your sign, and it's time to plant those seeds of what you've learned about your feelings, your connection, and the differentiation between your spirit, your feelings, your logic, and now your heart, your willpower, what you do with that stuff, how it expresses itself in the 3D in your everyday life, how like what you want it to look like. There is this like, for some self-righteousness, for some entitlement, but it feels like you can have access to a healthy entitlement where like earned it. Some shit may be coming in that you've earned. I don't want to play this game with the light. I really don't. Is that too much? Damn it, man. It's like too fucking bright. And I'm in my drawers. I don't want to stand up and like show y'all. Ooh, ooh, hold up, boop, boop. Ooh, shout out to fucking Good Juju Tattoo for this fucking stool. I love you, baby girl. Hold on, let me see if I can just like make this better. Hey, hold on. And adjustments. Hey, it's Leo season, baby. We gotta be adjusting. I like that. You know what I mean? And it's just clearer. I just need it to be clear. And your sun reveals, the sun illuminates. So there's going to be a lot of adjusting based on what becomes clear, based on the lighting, based on the perspective. You're going to start seeing new opportunities. You're going to start seeing new paths to walk through. This new moon in Leo is all about you planting seeds in like, what is your delight? What is your joy? What does your heart say? Being heart-centered, heart-driven. On that same day, the 28th, Jupiter retrogrades in Aries, and there are these definitely like lessons in self. Definitely. Leo is a sign of the self. Aries is a sign of the self. Jupiter is extremely indulgent, and there are these like harsh lessons. Like you don't have to learn the hard way, Leo. You don't have to learn the hard way. I feel like you really evaluating your relationship to control. You're really evaluating your relationship to like, what are you afraid of? Your relationship to your willpower, what you do about like your passions. You know, there is this like getting in motion, that there is this like forward motion that's happened in Cancer season that is going to progress into your season. And Jupiter retrograding in Aries is going to be interesting time for everybody. On July 31st, Uranus will be conjunct the North Node in Taurus. And this is a big one. Just me personally, I'm just so excited about this transit. But I'm going to do a separate video on it. But I do feel like there is something. Uranus is the rebel planet. He's the great awakener. And he's been bulldozing us into this destiny point. That's what the North Node is. The North Node is your mission here. And right now, the North Node needs you to understand what your mission is by way of like monetary stuff, by way of relationships, by way of your value, by way of your self-worth, by way of your work ethic, by way of how you like, you know, structure your shit. And so there are some great awakenings that are coming through with this transit. Then on August 4th, Mercury goes into Virgo, and I think it's going to be amazing. Everybody's going to want to get their shit together, and I love that. On August 11th, Venus comes into your sign, baby, and Venus is the planet of attraction. So attracting in romance, attracting in love, art, money, beauty, you're glowing even more, you're even glowier than you already usually are. So that's definitely going to be a thing for you to look out for. And that's going to be attracting in a lot of attention. And the attention that attracts in isn't always going to be attention that you need to reciprocate. So allow yourself to be hella discerning. Take your time, because there are some motherfucking shady people out here. And even, this is Moon in Leo, how I learned it, mind your business. Moon in Leo, and even how she's looking over at the Five of Swords, which is mental conflict, shadiness, feeling like something is off. You know what I mean? That like feeling. She's looking over at it. So take your time with people, especially if they have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. Just take your, you gotta watch. There is, some of you also may be too caught up on like having to do something on your own. You want to take people with you, or you want people to like, you want to like enjoy this stuff together, or share your prosperity or your abundance with other people. And there may be this kind of nostalgia that lingers on from Cancer season that you will be able to shake off. But I do feel like there's lessons in who's walked away. There's lessons in who you've had to create distance from. I feel like celebrate the small wins. Give yourself, like shoot your shots, but also give yourself credit for like the shots that you've already shot. I hope that makes sense. That same day on the 11th, we have the full moon in your shadow in Aquarius. And I will be doing a separate video on that, you already know. But the gist for you guys around the, you know, mid-August, I do feel in 2 weeks after that, I do feel like there are these highlights in like the company that you keep and who's around you. Saturn is in your shadow right now, across from you, retrograde, Leo, and they're especially Leo's sun. And yeah, there's this big karmic lesson that could come in by way of just like you may just not want to, or you may not be wanting to hang out with the people that you use. Look at this. This is a card of like co-creation and like 3 people. So you may not be wanting to hang out with the people that you used to hang out with, or your like partner's friends may start to get on your nerves, or maybe you want to leave a job or leave the therapist, or like there could be a shift in like your confidants, or like just the people that are around, or something that you've started to build or establish. But that full moon is going to be a great time for you guys to like slow down and just pay attention. There's going to be a release in regards to your friends. Maybe starting to reach for friends in higher places. Your hopes, your wishes, your community. There are going to be shifts. Things that you're letting go. On August 20th, Mars goes into Gemini, and there is this motivation to fucking overthink, this motivation to communicate, to talk, to be social. It's a great time for you guys to shine and be your whole self. That's why it's like, get everything out as soon as possible. Anything that's feeling like any insecurities or the hang-ups or things you're not saying, like, get it out, address it, shoot your shot. All right, Leo, that's all the astrological notes that I'm interested in doing. Hydrate. I love these tiny ass bells. They make me so happy. But I love their different frequencies in comparison. I'm just gonna have a house full of bells. I can't wait to buy more bells. Anyway, send me bells. I know some of y'all been asking for my P.O. box, and I gotta do that. I'm gonna do that. Allow yourself to receive, Leo. The spotlight's on you. We all looking anyway. All right, so deep breath. Release your shoulders and your jaw. And empty your lungs. Take a deep breath when you're ready, please. We're asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For Leo season 2022, baby. There's something also about like getting yourself to the point where you're hella unbothered, where it's just like understanding like things are going in my way anyway. I don't need to like, it's almost like choosing your battles more wisely. Especially there is just something about, you know what? It's not even worth getting upset or flustered about. So, welcoming in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising from our benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divine. Ooh, first cards that I saw. The Hangman, and then the Hermit with you right there in the center at the bottom of the deck. And I'm gonna take that actually because nice. In your season, there is definitely a new start. This is the second time that the Ace of Pentacles has every time it jingles, I want you to just think about prosperity, your new prosperity that's coming in. But you got to take a hold of it. It is your responsibility. Understand that also your financial situation is directly dependent on your self-worth. Because when you feel worthy of it, you work for it. And when you work for it, you attract your prosperity right to you, especially if you're operating in your purpose. And so, Leo, where do you feel stuck? Understand that the sun is going to be shining in your head. There's going to be all these insights that are coming in. Where do you feel stuck? Where do you feel stagnant? Is there something, is there shame? Is there guilt? Is there embarrassment? Are you punishing yourself for something? Are you feeling punished for or by someone? There may be somebody with Pisces placements really impacting your season. Neptune retrograde. This card is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is retrograde in Pisces right now, and the rose-colored glasses are really coming off. And I feel like your season, your ruling planet, the sun, is going to be coming in and shining a big old spotlight on how to get yourself unstuck. And you need to make sure that you're not turning this into a pity party, because the sun is going to also show you how you put yourself in this position, how you got here, baby. And I want to hold your hand through it, because I know like accountability may be an issue for some of you or issue for some of the people around you, but we're talking about you. And I feel like don't attribute any of this to anybody else. There is something about being honest about What instinct or intuition or facts or knowledge did I ignore? Am I holding myself back? Am I letting myself feel small? We'll clarify this way deeply in the plunge, because I do feel like that Neptune retrograde is really like fucking with everybody's reality. It's just like it's getting real. And the ways that it's getting real may push you to isolate. God, I wish I could flip this. Maybe I'll try. I think I can flip this when I edit it. Because for me, I want you to like see it how I see it, which is technically like this way when I look at it, but I want you to see the order that it comes in. And so it's interesting because for me, the Hermit is facing. So that's what I'm saying. There's some shift in reality, in like your perspective, the way you see things. I feel like you're not stuck. You're being held in a really possibly uncomfortable situation so that you can really like look at this, so that you can really like take a time, like having your version of Into the Wild. You can really like retract from society, or retract from like the people that you've been around in some sort of way, or pull back. There is some sort of like being to yourself, getting to like a refining of your instincts. The star in his lantern is indicative of the star card, which is hope, wishes, desire, your shadow, the Aquarius energy. And that Aquarian full moon, I feel like, is really going to be shining a spotlight on restriction. You feel stuck. Saturn is in your shadow. And Neptune is now retrograde, and you can't lie yourself out of this or fantasize your way out of it. You're being forced to see everything for what it is. And this is a general reading, so this is gonna be different for everyone, but there's a lot of shit that's gonna be coming to light. And it would be really, really beneficial for you to remove yourself from trying to like get advice from other people or soothe from other people, or even a destructive kind of isolation. There needs to be some sort of you having your own proverbial come to Jesus, whatever that is, like on your own, not being so heavily influenced by everyone around you and everyone else's opinions. Because I do feel like there is this, it's your season, and you really need to be focusing on you. All three of these cards are all three major arcana, so this is going to be a heavy hitting season for you as far as like the divine trying to really get your attention and steer you a certain way. And you need to like relinquish control, babe. Take your hand off the steering wheel, because I feel like that's holding you up. And so it's my like, look, ma, no hands. You know, and allowing yourself to really get to that point where you're really honest about what you're afraid of. You're honest about your cycles, your patterns, your loops. You're honest if there's anything going on with addiction or your mental health is waning in some sort of way. It's like, let's get on it. In your alone time, when you're away from, the crowd or the party or the fun, you're going to start really having deep realizations about your patterns, your ways, seeing the error of your ways, seeing like your own true colors, seeing things in your subconscious mind that you didn't know was there. I feel like having a contact with your shadow that you haven't had in a while. And all of this is happening for your betterment. The divine wants you in a position. How you gonna grab the Ace of Pentacles if you stay here? You know what I mean? It's like the divine is like, hey, okay. Like if we just like chill out on partying and being social and really like dive into our spirituality, dive into the healing of our trauma, the healing of our shame, the healing of our shame, the healing of any guilt. If we really start to harness the power of our sexual energy into creating our, making our dreams come true. If we really start doing it, we start to do it, and then all of a sudden I can give you these things. All of a sudden you're ready for them, It's like, but the divine's not trying to fuck you and just give you all these things, and you're not, and it's like, I can't do shit with all of these opportunities. I'm like, my mind's locked up and I don't believe in myself, and I like am still like escaping consistently from my reality, or I'm still afraid to like address this thing, or you know what I mean, whatever it is. It's like the divine's like, all right, let me know when you're ready. It's like it's double dutching, trying to like get in. And there does come a point where I feel like there's a lot of healing for you by way of getting out in nature, being physically active, getting out in the mountains, getting out in the forest, getting your feet in the ground, playing with animals, maybe getting a cat, maybe getting a dog, or maybe getting just an animal or a companion. There may be somebody with Virgo or someone else with Leo placements coming in that's really impacting you. Some of you are doing deep healing work in regards to like from your father, or healing like generational wounds of the father's bloodline, or you're healing some stuff that's in regards to like fatherhood, how you were fathered, how you father, how you want to father, or how you want your partner to father, you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. Or some of you may be feeling like abandoned or left, and those things are going to be coming up because this is the season of, this is a fatherly season, it's a masculine season. And so I do feel like finding a healthy balance between your masculine and feminine energy is really, really important, and hold that in your mind's eye throughout. But there will be forward progress. You just got to really be brave enough to look at it, and you are the sign of courage. You are courage embodiment. And you are courage embodied. Bravery embodied. You got this. All you got to do is be willing to look at it. All right, final two cards, final two messages for Leo. Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2022. Every time you hear a jingle, get free, get free. Focus, focus. Create, create. Express, express. The cards are reticent. They want to take your time, just like asking you to take your time. And you, wow. Because you're being divinely guided. In that full moon in Aquarius, what did I say, the star? You are meant to shine. The new moon in Leo is going to bring new ideas, new opportunities for how you can more comfortably shine. What skills, what talents, what gifts you need to develop, what hopes need to be restored. I feel like some of you are hoping for stuff. You've started things, you're well on your way, but maybe there's been some hope or some like, sadness or anxiety or addiction or distractions going on. And now it's just time to get back on game. In Leo season, we ride. Seriously. And the divine will really pour out to you. The divine will really guide you to exactly where you are. Again, the Ace of Pentacles again on the bottom of the deck. I might as well just take it as the final card. But look at this. It's like, first, this little light of mine, I'm going to let that motherfucker shine. I'm deciding. And some of you, like, you may be needing to get out of these stuck situations. This could be a job. This could be a relationship. This could be a mindset. This could be a friend group. You need to get away from something that's like restricting your shine. And the shine is coming as above, so below. The shine is coming down. And you're going to start to feel it in your body. You're going to start to feel it in your mind. This like need to like break out. This need to do more. This need to change. And so when you get alone, there's some stuff that gets revealed to you. And the divine is initiating this recalibration of your internal GPS system. You are getting divinely guided right back to you so that you can allow for flow and be in that willpower, all heart, all instinct. Getting hopeful again. Because these blessings want to come in. Final card, final message. Just breathe, Leo. Ah! It's you. This is Sun and Leo. Look how strongly you show up. Because there's public success and recognition coming in. Just how you want it. But you gotta earn it. I only call you bitches because I don't know your names individually. You just gotta get back up, and it's okay. I know that it may be a process. But I'm telling you now, if you're struggling to get back up, it's a product of like you may be around too many people, or you're not around. Like we are biologically, we are social creatures. We need to interact. And if you are not around like-minded people, or if you are the most progressive one or ambitious one in your group, if you're the most dedicated or diligent one in your group, then who's fucking challenging you? You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, there's a lot of resolution in you evaluating the company that you keep. And we've been talking about this for a minute now. Because the divine's really, really, really trying to give you the opportunity to start from the bottom so you can get here. Confident, autonomous, sovereign, compassionate, loving, expressive, reliable. This season is all about you. This is all about your shine. Stop prioritizing everybody else. Every single card that has come out has been solitary, except for the one at the bottom. Oh, except for the one at the bottom of the deck. Look at this, and I'm going to show you because it's your birthday and I love you. Every card is solitary, not a single figure. Except for the card at the bottom of the deck, the Six of Wands, when your shit is on parade and you're being celebrated by multiple other people. People just being like, damn, I don't know what you did. Looks like you started, I don't know if you started working out. I don't know if you started advertising, but it looks like you started blowing up, or I don't know if you started really working on like your business, but you seem happy, you seem different. You know, or this could be a lot of people, I want to work with you. Offers coming in. There's harmony that wants to be restored in your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. There's gorgeous sunset going on right now, and I just heard, don't let the sun go down on me yet. It won't. But there's some magic in the contrast. There's some magic in the dark for you, and this is going to be beautifully displayed in the plunge, or the extended, where we clarify each card. Patreon.com/justjeverything. But there's some real magic being cultivated in the dark for you, Leo. Because so much is coming to light. So much is coming to light. Stability, money. People being attracted to you for what you're doing, for who you are, for how you shine, for your authenticity, for your ability to trust in your creativity is going to inspire other people. It's going to inspire people that want to love on you, people that want to invest in you. Maybe somebody else with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. Gemini highlighted here too, because the divine wants you to receive. All you got to do, though, is listen, babe. You got to get out of that It's like there's the striving for effective communication. Tap back into your joy, tap back into vulnerability, tap back into your transparency, and you will be so deeply rewarded. What's keeping you from being heartfelt, from loving just like unfucking abashedly, not caring what you receive back? And when you just give and shine, you inspire so many other people, and the divine will absolutely respond. This simulation responds to authenticity. And you tapping back into your purest joy, your childlike joy and wonder, is going to reveal all these red flags in people around you. It's going to call you out. It's going to force you to get a different level of authentic with yourself, so that ultimately you can call in your own and establish your own wish fulfillment. This is another wish fulfillment card. Your birthday's about to be fucking lit. You're about to get in it, but it's also going to slap you in the face with some deep awareness, as it should, as the sun does. When the sun shines in your eye, you can't even look directly at it. You know what I mean? But it's setting you up to be really, really damn content with yourself, but it's going to require some emotional inventory, looking back at the last 9 months to last 9 years of your life and how you've been stuck and what activities you've done that have contributed to you not being where you're supposed to be, where you want to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, but where you want to be has a lot to do with your habits. I love you, but let's be real. Let's look at it. And the sun's going to like shine on you and you're going to see it anyway. So let me like say it to you lovingly. And that's going to require you cutting off some people that you have established a healthy foundation with, or not a firm foundation with. You've established some shit with some people. And some of you, it may feel like, or it may appear like a healthy foundation. But I do feel like there's some stuff coming that shows that you're going to start to see. It's funny because this card, I got to see if I can mirror it. It's like, it's time for you to turn your back on this shit and like go away from this. And it's going to put you in a position where you really get to come into some harsh awarenesses about people, especially if they have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. You process, these people are coming into your life to really trigger and initiate Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Virgo. To like initiate these new thought processes and initiate you getting comfortable establishing firmer boundaries. Because you want to be a fucking queen, you want to be a king, you want to be a lion, you want to be on that. They know how to establish their motherfucking boundaries. They ain't scared to roar. You know? You're going to get to a point where you need to learn how to comfortably and eloquently say what you need to fucking say. Establish boundaries. Confirm. Establish. Say what you need to say. Establish boundaries. Huff and puff if you need to. Throw a little, sparks, a little Leo flames on there if you need to. Zhuzh it up. Because you being more truthful, authentic, and like-minded are going to draw in a new emotional foundation, a new friend group, new loves, new relationships, new people to fellowship, celebrate with. You will be celebrated in your season. And you're going to start celebrating yourself in a completely different way. Once you start looking at some stuff. Let's get into it. I love you. All right, Leo, let's get into it. I'm going to start by saying 4 of the 5 are major arcana. My hand's on my hip, and it's already like very instructional. I feel like the divine, don't make the divine do all this fucking work to get your attention. Don't continue to make the binds tighter. There is a lot of big redirection, all to lead you back to you, regardless of how you identify, regardless of genitalia. It's just this is Sun and Leo. This is you getting back to on top, your definition of on top, you getting back to your best version of you. And this season looks like a roller coaster. I'm not going to lie. Hangman upside down, then you're diving deep into the subconscious, and you're thrown back up into the sky and into this like yellow solar plexus willpower energy, and then back into the spiritual, into the subconscious, and then like finally kind of landing. The closer that we get to Leo season, of course, you're finally landing your feet on the ground. But if you look here, feet strung up, there's something going on with your footing. Then you get to your mountaintop when you're alone. You can descend from the cold mountaintop in the distance and really come into your own, into your strength, into your power. Really healing your relationship to yourself, your physical body, your control, your heart, your pride, your ego, by way of getting physically active consistently, being honest about how you want to express yourself, how you want to dress, how you want to shine, what friends you want to have, who you want to hang out with, what kind of people you want to be around, what things you want to study. There's definitely addressing some like masculine energy, your internal masculine energy. Your relationship to your internal masculine energy is going to really reflect in your your relationship to your internal masculine energy is going to reflect back to you by way of the masculines in your day-to-day life, and that the masculine energy that you encounter. And so first and foremost, let's start by clarifying the hangman. Please clarify the hangman for Leo, sun, moon, and rising. But I want you to know, regardless of anything, you know how to ride the ride. You know how to ride the wave. You can handle a coaster. You're moving forward. It's just a matter of letting you know, like there's some shit to sidestep. And you're not, and actually, there's been shit that you've been trying to sidestep, and you can't sidestep this shit no more. I love you. I'm sorry. For some of you, it's going to be like way more intense than others. But there is like, what has you feeling stuck? Who has you feeling stuck? Why can't you progress? You know, what could you possibly surrender to? Understanding that surrender isn't you completely relinquishing control. Surrender requires you still doing your part, still doing action, still being you. It just requires you releasing your idea or your controlling concept of what the outcome's going to be. There is a lot of you facing yourself, your higher self, and your shadow. That Leo Aquarius axis is hella highlighted. And the deeper that you look at the shadow, when you look at it face on, look at how the King of Wands, you, is looking at the star. When you look at yourself, when you look at your relationship to hope, to guidance, your ability to will your shit into existence, your ability to like co-create with the divine and have the life that you want to live, have the love that you want to live, have the career that you want to have, the reputation, whatever it is you want to be known for, you can do it. But there's just some stuff going on. And, you know, what could you look at from a different perspective? Please clarify the hangman. What can you trust? Who do you trust? Is your perspective based on spirituality or like some superficial worldly truth? Are you okay? You know, really asking, taking your time to ask yourself that throughout your season. We good, right? Like checking in with yourself. Checking in with your dad. Checking in with your strong friends. What was your involvement in you getting caught up like this? And are you ready to, for some of you, this is rehab. For some of you, this is like, you know, a big time surrender. For some, it could be like an intervention. For some, you may be losing friends. It may not even be a call for you to interact. People just may be like falling back. And there's a lot of lessons in like paying attention to who it has distanced themselves from you. The Hangman doesn't even want to talk. Definitely avoid conflict. Definitely be careful of like acting on anger or ego, because this shit is also like jail, you know, being punished. So for some of you, don't push the divine to have to get your attention that way. Don't drive drunk. Don't text, you know, while you're driving. Don't drive while you're angry. There's some shit to let go of. Some shame. Some of you may be publicly shamed, or lots of self-sacrifice that needs to just be over. And I do feel like there's like a breaking of old patterns, a suspension that's initiating a metamorphosis. And you have an unconventional perspective in your season. It is an emotional and spiritual time, and it's okay if you may be feeling alone, struggling to move forward in some way. You may not trust your surroundings or your friends or even yourself, and you may be scared that things won't work out, and I'm telling you now that they will, so really look at your shit so you can, you know, get moving. I love you. I'm sorry, I don't mean to put it like that, but that's how it's like gonna be, you know? I can't even get the Hangman to talk. This is something you guys are really struggling to talk about, or is really struggling to be honest about. But if you aren't honest or talking about it, the world's going to, you know, really force your hand. It's going to really, like, you know, turn your world around. It's going to, there's something about reversing or changing your mind. Overturning old priorities. There is a fucking pause, like halt. Some of you may feel halted. Ooh, that may be the name of the video, halt. It's just like, hark, who goes there? Pause to fucking reflect. You know, some of you just may be really, this feels like also like feeling like drunk in the spirit, drunken, you know, or psychedelics, or definitely under the influence in some sort of way, maybe. And also I feel like for some of you, you've taken that to the extreme. For others of you, there is a lot of healing by way of you doing like microdosing, or like stepping deeper into your relationship to, psychedelics, and changing your mind. Some of you, How to Change Your Mind. That may be a book that would really impact you. But make sure you're not being a fucking martyr. You may need to renounce something, or pull back from something, pull away from a group, isolate in some sort of way. You know, take time away from your fucking routine, or lack of one, so that you can create a new routine. But you need to come into your season with some deep thought. You know, there's a lot of new awareness to gain. There are like, it's like your spiritual glasses, your spiritual lens is being updated. Like there's a new prescription or something coming in some sort of way, is how it feels. And so, like, when was the last time you were alone? Like, and some of you, it's just like, maybe you're on the other side of it, and now it's like you've been alone way too much, and it's time to start getting more social and being out there more. So when was your last quality, like, me time session? Are you feeling overwhelmed in some sort of way? All right, I'm going to stop talking. Please clarify the Hangman. For Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you. I knew it. Metamorphosis. Death card. I almost said that this was going to come out. Should have fucking said it. There could be someone that you are in a romantic relationship, something that you're very passionate about. Some maybe passion project. Maybe something may be coming to an end, and there's like stuff coming to light. Because there are definitely big changes in cycles, big changes in who is in authority. So who are you afraid of becoming? There's fear, multiple fear cards coming up. Are you afraid of the dark? Are you afraid of your shadow? There's a lot of it that's there to explore. I'm finally I'm gonna force myself to do it. Just been so busy, but we're doing the 5 aspects of the soul, and I really think that you guys are gonna like really love the shadow video. It's gonna be really great for you guys because your ruling planet being the sun, there is this, like, you cast shadows. You know, you bring up, you activate other people's shadows. So definitely in some sort of way. And and I need to be dramatic here, and I guess you can appreciate it. But some of this is like, if you keep tampering with your health like this, if you keep tampering with, you know, like, or putting your hand to the fire, like, you're gonna get burned. Some of you are healing from loss, maybe even some of you are really having, like, maybe even like dark or suicidal thoughts. If that is the case, please trust and believe that you are not alone. Please trust and believe that there are people that love you. If you are, even no matter what, like, yo, reach out to me, like, send me a message. I will do my best to respond. But like, there is no giving up, but there is some sort of like, halt, look at this. Look at what's going on. Look at what needs to end so that you can like really move forward. How can you get yourself unstuck, turn your back on that old perspective, that old way of thinking and feeling, and move forward? And I'm telling you now, you're going to have to do something alone, especially with the Hermit card out. That card indicates solitude. And if you're lonely, you need to, and it's like, some of you, it's like you're lonely and you're in a crowd. You're lonely and you're in a whole ass relationship or a whole marriage, or, you know what I mean? Like, you're always around people and you're still lonely. We've got to look at that. Why is that, babe? That's not cool. It's time to address it. You know, if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's time to address it. Stop saying yes to more things. You know? But there may be some cutting other people off, or really like wrapping up your time in solitude. But whatever questions you've been asking yourself, the answers are found in nature, in alone time, in meditation and stillness. Please clarify the Hermit. Do not conform. You are born to stand out. They'll follow you. But you definitely need some inner reflection away from the current demands of your, like, current life. You know, the Hermit usually appears when there's like this really pivotal point in your life where you're considering like a new direction. Your knees may be starting to hurt or ache, or there may be a knee injury or something, and that means your direction has to change. And don't make the divine have to like get your attention that hardcore, you know? Don't ignore yourself so much that your body has to cry out. I'm trying to get rid of the glare. Clarify the moon. It's like a subconscious card clarified by another subconscious card. Let me just turn this damn light on. The subconscious, like, deeply, deeply highlighted again, you know? There is definitely some sort of, the parents are highlighted, the father and the mother. There is definitely a going in a different direction. A new path is going to be appearing here, and this new path has a lot to do with, like, you need to be making sure that you're choosing your path based on your opinions, not your old outdated values or morals or what people expected of you or hoped of you. things are not as they seem. There's a lot of Neptune here. For those struggling with their mental health, yeah, there's like, it's like the fight. There's like angst. There's fight. And it needs to stop. For those struggling with mental health, what's the advice, please, for the greatest and highest good? I also feel like that Five of Wands came out as well because you're needing to get physically active. And I'm not saying that because of your body. Getting physically active, or even if let's say you are super duper fit right now. Some of you, there may be like a leveling up, or there could be like a leveling up in your business about it, or how you advertise it, or how you share it with other people. There is just some sort of conflict in the realm of your physical, spiritual, sexual energy that will benefit from you getting in motion. You acknowledging all the different things that you want to do, all the different passions that you want to have. Also, some of you, there's too many people vying for your attention, too many lovers, too many text messages, too many people like, hey, Onyx! Onyx! Totally do. Who is that? What the fuck are you barking over? Oh shit. Hold on, BRB. Well, you got to hear a lot. And so yeah, there just could be some alarming stuff, or just things aren't as they seem. And be okay with that. You know what I mean? I do feel like there is this turning point that was at the bottom of the deck when I walked back in the room. There is this turning point, this new season. This is you, this new cycle. You are being really highlighted here, showing your true colors, knowing how you can endure. Please clarify the Strength card. Whatever it is, like, you got this. Don't try to like control everything. Quietly influence with your strong spirit and your you-ness, the Seven of Cups coming out. There's just so much that you want to do, but you don't know where to start. And it needs to be alone and in stillness. You have the stamina. You will be given the stamina, the persistence. And balancing that with patience and calmness, you can really access deep parts of your shadow. I'm telling you, this shadow stuff is coming up. Halt. Hark. Who goes there? Like, it's like scared of your own shadow. Please continue to clarify the Strength card. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements that you're experiencing a lot of confusion about. Or some of you, there's something with alcohol or drugs or numbing yourself out, or escapism, mental health stuff that needs to be addressed. Smoking too much, drinking too much. And you've got to persuade yourself to shift, to change, to heal, by way of looking at your shadow and being honest. Like, tame your animal instincts, like your gut reactions and like your raw emotions, and like channel this shit. Channel these initial responses into like a way healthier, constructive avenue. You definitely are being asked to endure. To be patient. To deal with frustration within yourself and others calmly. To accept yourself and others. Being asked to take your time to maintain your composure. And it'll be easier for you to do that whenever you take some time alone. You don't need to get angry. Getting angry is not going to do anything. Being compassionate with yourself. Going beyond being tolerant with yourself. Be compassionate with yourself and others. Give yourself and others space. And you'll get what you want by way of persuading, not control. Working with, not requiring or demanding. And yeah, there's definitely a change in the realm of your physical, spiritual, sexual energy, how you connect to it, how you relate, how you stand up for yourself. Some of you are defending shitty habits. Some of you are defending toxic behaviors. Some of you are like fighting for stuff that, and it's tied to possibly your father or your mother or how you were parented. There is just some sort of like, or there are people in your life who are really defending their shitty behaviors. Be careful of spreading yourself too thin. I feel like you really can gain some high ground by way of tempering your like brute force with like goodness, softness, compassion, benevolence. You know, the key is not to repress the raw emotions, but to learn how to harness them, what to do with that fire, what to do with that energy, so that you can get it into a really healthy position and a healthy avenue. And you can like start generating and manifesting these positive effects in your life, as opposed to like creating harm and chaos and havoc. Please clarify the star. I just feel like there is this generosity to yourself that needs to happen. Like there is a regaining of hope. It's time. There's something that shifts, and I feel like it gets hard. There's a storm before there's a calm. Please clarify the star. And the hardship has a lot to do with your subconscious mind, your mother, your father, how you were loved, how you were parented, how you connect, your attachment style, your ability to connect versus attach. Are you attaching or are you connecting? Are you being really defensive against other people? Are you closing yourself off and putting yourself in a position that's hard for other people to access you? Is it hard for other people to access your heart? Is it hard for you to access your heart? There's healing coming to that. So have faith in the future, believe, be grateful. Align your mind to really optimistic and positive thoughts. And yeah, it sounds easier than it fucking is, because you're going to have to keep doing it over and over and over. Just like you can do a rep in the fucking gym, you have to do like a rep with positive thoughts, or you have to like train your mind. No, we are not going down that negative thought. No, we are not traveling down that negative frame of mind. I understand that there are things that I can do or steps that I need to take so that I can heal my relationship to my mind and my relationship to my personal empowerment, my ability to self-motivate. Please clarify the star. This is inspiration is coming true. Something that, like, you need to look forward to your success. Look forward to your healing. Look forward to, like, understanding that you can make your dreams come true. Motivation is coming back. You just got to make sure that you are following your path and your path alone. And it may take some alone time to make sure, yeah, I'm doing this for me. This is what I want to do. There is this feeling of being generous, receiving generosity, wanting to give, wanting to share, feeling like overflowing, feeling serene, peaceful. But it's important to set goals and intentions that are personal rather than like all abstract. Like, how can you get from here you know, in your day-to-day life, and you need to look at your day-to-day habits, Virgo style. Create a routine, create structure, get disciplined and consistent, and you will see results. You know, to see this card, to see the star, this is a message to like have faith. The universe is in the business of like blessing you, ready to bring forth what you need. A lot of these tests and trials can be over. You know, this is past the Tower. And you need to understand that your personal connection to magic and the magic that's flowing all around you. Thank you, finally. Yeah, and you have the ability to have this happy, I just heard happy wife, happy life, happy home. Yes, the Queen and King of Wands coming out together. There's a healthy pairing. There's like marriage, there's commitment, there's fun, there's festivities, but you've got to look at what old patterns have been holding you back from having this new happiness. And for some of you, it's like there's been some really childlike behavior or immature behavior, or you've got to start from the bottom, you know, so that you can, or start over, or look at your habits in a different way. There's a humbling, there's a pride, there's an ego shedding, and when the divine responds to you humbling yourself. Please clarify the King of Wands, because you got to be done with like the old way of doing shit. There's a nobility. It's like time to get fucking on fire for your life, spirited about your shit, you know? Yeah, you may be easily bored, but it's like stick to something and you will be rewarded. So what can you see yourself succeeding at? Because the divine wants to give you all these opportunities, you know? And whatever you lead, in whatever way you lead, people will follow. Look at that. People will follow. Even if your shit is foolish, you know what I mean? And that's why it's your responsibility to be like careful and considerate about who's coming with you, who you're taking with, who you allow to follow you. Yeah. Because this new direction, this new path, I just saw 1101, this new reset is contingent on you upgrading your relationship to your words, your mind. And Mercury's been in your sign since July 19th. Up until, oh God, where did I do with it? That's too far away. Sometime in August. Mercury's been in your sign, helping you find the words to articulate your shit. You know? So that you can freely leap. You can move freely about the cabin. Light as a feather. Heart, light. Feeling hopeful, optimistic. The sun, your ruling planet, shining and lighting the path before you. There's such a brand new beginning that's on the other side of this halt. I love you. You got this.